Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Rich Borland and Leo Goldman with you. And for our next couple of innings, for our play-by-play duties, I'll hand it off to Mr. Leo Goldman.
Thanks, Rich. The 1-0 is fouled out of play by Griffin Neuer, getting his first at-bat in today's game in center field. Griffin is playing his second game, and we thought it was newer, but that would have been only too perfect, as he is the newest player of the Unicorns. Here's the 1-1. In there for a strike, a fastball on the outside corner as up goes the hand of Rob Lothian, and it's 1-2. No runs, 2 hits for the Unicorns, 2 runs on 4 hits for the Woolly Mammoths. Swung on a foul back to the screen. We'll reset and do it again. 1-2. In this last half inning, you talk about some excitement, folks. I mean, that's Major League excitement right in your own backyard. We had 2 plays at the plate, a double steal, an error, and just about everything else that you could think of. Here's the 1-2, grounded towards first. Smith will scoop it up, a little toss over to the bag, and there's out number 1.
Good start there for Mason, who coming into this third inning had 35 pitches through the first 2 frames, but he only had 12 through that first inning. He does have 2 strikeouts on the day so far, but most important thing, that big old 0 up on the scoreboard.
It'll bring up Dan Ward now with 1 out and the base is empty. Ward popped out to right his first time up. It was close to the warning track, but as I always tell my friend Rich Borland, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat, outside for a ball, 1-0. Was able to get to a full count in his first at-bat, one of 3 batters who can say that little tidbit. Outside for a ball, and the rhythm, while the rhythm has stayed the same, it hasn't exactly been effective, and you'll notice that when the rhythm starts to not work for Josh Mason, he kind of takes a step off the mound, takes a deep breath, gets back on the slab, and gets ready to go. Here's the 2-0 to Ward. Inside for a ball, and it's still not working. 3-0. On deck is Chris Conley, and it's going to be 1 pitch away from a potential walk here to Ward. Ward is not a guy that you want to allow on base.
And I was going to say, as he gets enough of that outside corner, you got to be careful with the 3-0 count against a guy like Ward, because he will be one of the few guys that will try and get that green light on a 3-0 pitch.
The 3-1 catches enough of the corner, and once again, Dan Ward faces a full count. Ward just recently in the first inning, his 100th at bat on the year, swung on a foul out of play. 32 hits for him, 4 doubles, 5 homers, 20 ribbies. However, those hits come at a cost. He swings hard every time, and as a result, about 23% of his at-bats are strikeouts. So you know what? You take the good with the bad with Dan Ward. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He dusted him. And 2 down now. That is strikeout number 3 today for Josh Mason.
And that's kind of how the game's been going at the major league level. A record season for strikeouts and home runs, and for the most part, that's, the results that we've seen at the major league level. Guys are either striking out or hitting home runs, and not a lot in between that. And you don't see a crazy amount of home runs in the USPBL, but a lot of dominating pitchers in this league working their way through some of these hitters, and tons of strikeouts on the year. But Dan Ward, a guy who does not strike out a ton, gets victimized there for strikeout number 3 on the day for Mason.
Chris Conley steps in for a second at-bat and takes a ball 1 fastball. And ball 2 is just about the same token. 2-0 now with the bases empty on Conley. Conley, the native of Derby, New York. He attended Canisius College. Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike, and it's 2-1. He's 8 for 27 on the year. He's now 8 for 28. He's got a small sample size, but he's a guy with a lot of promise, as you can see in a lot of the scouting reports. The 2-1 just missed on the inside corner. Conley doing the catching today. Played 4 years of varsity hockey in high school. He was a goalie, so apparently he just loves wearing masks and having things thrown at him. Here's the 3-1, grounder towards first, and it's going to roll foul. And yet again, it'll be a full count.
And the most impressive thing that I've seen from Chris Conley, the 2017 Perfect Game Player of the Year when he was at Canisius in 2017. How about this? 41 games played, a .382 batting average, and a .582 on-base percentage.
No small feat, to say the least, for this guy. Conley digs back in. Here's the 3-2. And he's called out on strikes. Doesn't agree with the call, but unfortunately his opinion won't mean anything. So we'll head to the bottom of the third. Currently 2-0. Mammoths on top. You are listening to the USPBL YouTube channel.